Hi guys. Well, it's been another few days since I did a video. The old man's wore out. Just finished dinner. Took a break from doing stuff. Yesterday the sun came out, things dried out a little bit. I cut grass for 2 to 3 hours, cutting grass and weed eating around things. Then today I think I cut grass and weed eated for about 4 hours. Moved a bunch of stuff around, straightening it up. And this grass is getting out of hand, and I would take you along for cutting grass, except for that ain't really exciting, bouncing around and stuff like that. I have a zero turn that does a pretty good job, and I got an old mower that I've had for a long time. Anyhow, I'm going to show you around, then we're going to go down to Sawmill because I had a kind of a setback at the Sawmill. I'll take you off the stand. Now I got that 1/2 acre, 3/4 of an acre, this section here, and then along the trees to do. This section in here from up the street down to across here, down to across the woods, that's an acre. It's about 3/4 of an acre going out that way and getting down here and doing this. Then you got 3/4 of an acre or better under the fruit trees, which takes a long time going around all those fruit trees. You can see where I mowed. I mowed this probably 4 days ago. I think I might have mowed this 4 days ago. I'm not sure. It wasn't very long. It's the point where I can't keep track, but if you look at it, this needs raking, guys. This actually needs raking. Now, I know it's not been a week. Look at that. This is, I ain't raking it. I might have to put the vacuum on there and vacuum that stuff up the leaf vac. But that up there, like I said, that needs doing. You can see the line where I stopped mowing, and I'm mowing it. This I mow at 3.5. Out there I mow at 3 3/4 of an inch. That's the depth. Here's some of those brackets I got, and I had a big setback at the Sawmill. Might be able to, you know, I'm trying to think it through. We'll go down there. Also sawed and trimmed around the little sawmill in the back. Yeah, look at that. This actually needs vacuuming, but I ain't gonna vacuum it. Vacuum the little spots there. I did this with the old mower. The old mower looks like it's running a little bit weird there, but you can see the difference between mowing and not mowing. I think you can see how deep that is. I guess you can't really on that. From what I see on the screen, you can't see, but some of this back here is probably 8 inches tall. Now, I mowed all this with a zero turn the other day, yesterday. Garden's coming along. I got to get in there and start planting, but I've been so busy doing things. You can see a few of the potatoes that we planted. I think we planted them last week. A few of them are starting to pop up out of the ground, so that's good. I'm gonna probably work on garden tomorrow. That's why I'm not getting anything done on the Sawmill. Mowed this here today and weed whipped. There's quite a bit of weed whipping to do. It takes me a long time to mow because there's so much weed whipping. I guess, you know, half mowing, half weed whipping. Like I said, and I've said in past videos, every time I do one thing with this Sawmill, I take a giant step forward and a couple steps backward, having to get the old tripod out. Of course, you can't open it up with one hand. Here's where I'm at, or where I think I'm at. I'll leave this off because I can't, that rail there doesn't hold that. I might have to turn the lights on too. So I got this bracket all made, and this was to go down there and work on that, and I decided I wouldn't need to do that. But then when I ran this up, it hits the saw guide. So all those brackets have to be cut. Now, they don't have to be cut if I turn them around. This first one doesn't have to be cut if I turn it around, so I'm going to cut it I'm going to turn one around to see if I can cut this right here at that, or I should probably go cut one. I've got the hole in there. I still got to put the breather in. I think I showed you the breather, but I don't even know where I put it at this point. Maybe I put it in here. I lose stuff so much. I can't keep track of myself. Came down here and I was to cut this thing here out. This is the section where the track goes. I guess you guys can recognize that. That was too deep of a cut. So I cut another one over there, and that was still too high up from the bottom, even though I'd measured it. So now I'm just putting it like right at the bottom. You know, and what I'm doing is, once I got it marked, I put it on. Once I got it marked, I just got one of these things here that knocks out a plug. This is a conveyor belt. Took it down to Jeff's last week or so and cut it to size on his table saw, which was pretty good. Then I just put the hole in it and then just chisel the two edges out. The rest I'll let it wear down. It looks like it'll be functional if I can get by this. If I can't get by this section, I'll probably change the whole design. I was watching, go like this. Hi there. I was watching, if you guys have never been down to Andrew's Lumber, Andrew's Sawmill, Andrew's Lumber, I forget the name, I'm pretty forgetful. It's father and son that do it, and they do a real good job of sawing. Well, they did a real good show today on the sweeps for these, or wipers, or track dirt getter offers. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Anyhow, they have a round tube, and I guess that round tube has got to be below this, because this goes around, this part on this mill goes right around the saw collar. If you see the angle of the saw collar in there, that just barely scoots in past that saw collar. You can see how it's kind of angled. So, but they had a round tube. So that tube they had, I got to go back and look at that video again, and you guys could look at it too. That'd be a lot easier method than doing this, but this doesn't change the integrity of the carriage at all. Not that I think this thing's going to have any problem. For some reason, I just wanted to go this way. And now this particular one here, I can't put in right in front of the wheel because of this. These are bolted in, so those are never going to move. But once I get to this one here, once again, it's going to be back in this area here. So I guess the method he did is probably, I'm going to say it's probably better than this one here. But I know I can't get this high. I'll bring you along, show you what I'm talking about. It hits right here, and I don't know if I got enough room to this from here to here. I still might not have enough room. So this whole plan just screwed up seriously. So what I'm going to do, bring you along, I'm going to take this off. If I can turn this one around on this one. I can't on this one because I got a board in there. So I'm going to turn this one around with you guys here, hopefully, and see if I can make it work. Because if I can turn it around, then I can cut it and see exactly where I'm at. I guess I'm sitting here, I know what I'll do. I'll put these pads down. See these pads? These are my... Then you guys won't fall through the grate. But I got to aim better than when I'm aiming on them. You know me, always prepared. I've got probably... I got a lot of time in these brackets. Too much time. So let's take this one off and turn it around. Got to find my tools. I got a few tools here. This might be enough to get it off, I'm not sure. I'm going to sit down. I guess I better check to make sure you're in there. I think you're in there. I'll probably move it up a little bit. That's all I'm going to do is turn this bracket around, see if it'll get by the thing up there. Ooh, let's see. Probably got to turn this the other direction. Probably lose half of it on the floor. Woohoo! Get on there. This one's probably pretty easy to do in the long term of things, but I'll probably screw it up. I guess this is what they say, prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Somewhere along the line I've screwed up, didn't I? But like I said, everything on this mill, right from the start, you move one step forward and you take 2 steps backwards. So this needs this and this. On the I don't know how far they got to go in. That's probably too far. I know that's too far. Put this on here. Just putting this first one on probably took me, I bet it took me over an hour, guys. Because every time I started, I'd found something that I missed. There. That's pretty good. Flip this the other way. Well, I don't want it to jack it up too bad. Let's see what it feels like here. That's going to wipe that way. Now I got to put that little oiler. It's got to mount down in here. That I was working on that, and once again screwed up. I have a 1/2-inch pipe tap. Don't know what I do with it. We got to start this engine up. I think I'm gonna start it up in gear because it just, I'm losing air. Well, nah, I got a lot of air over there. I found some air leaks over there. I gotta fix that. Let's see if I can. I don't want to go in gear. Oh, Lordy. Might have to put the clutch in. There, we'll turn it a little bit. I wouldn't have thought it would have. There it goes. Don't really recommend starting it in gear, but it'll start, I think. Maybe not. Let's see here. See, that's going. See, the pads I had down worked pretty good. Now, let's seeing as I got it, let me turn some lights on. How's that? Puts a whole new light on things. Let's see how close this gets now. That's about 1 inch away. I'll show you. So that means I just got to cut all those off. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Don't really like walking through here. Before, see that right there, how close that is? When it was sticking out, it hit it. So if I cut 2 inches off of each one of those, so it'll work at that point. Look at this track. I don't know if you can see that. That's one of the reasons I want to put that oiler on there. keep it from rusting. One of the reasons. All right. Looks like that'll work if I cut that off. Make a top saw run if you want. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do in that part that's missing on that. So let's back this up. Now, that's what it looks like. Looks like it'll wipe pretty good. Some of them I'll be able to get real close. Like that one there, I get real close. That one there, I can get real close to the front of it. That one I can get real close. Some of them I can. That one there I won't be able to. Maybe I'll just leave it off, because I need some that aren't there. Well, I could have it an inch longer, no point in it. That looks to me be like a leg grabber, to be honest with you. But the one he had down there had to come out to here anyway. So I guess it won't be a leg grabber. I don't know. Only time will tell. Maybe I should cut this off at a 45 to ricochet off of it. I didn't see how close that came to the saw. Guess I better look at that. It's 2 inches away. Inch and a half away. I guess that's fine. I made it that length because it came out ½ inch shy of the track. That's why I came up with that plan. Anyhow, going back to work. We'll turn this beast off, pressing the clutch, take it out of gear. Good old Detroit. Gotta let the air out of the clutch. You've seen that in past things, so I can, instead of having a big lever I go to, if you're new here, I just got a little button here, and that watch in there, that works the transmission, that works putting the transmission in neutral, pushes in the clutch. See it come back out? I guess you saw that. So that's how I work ye old mill. Anyhow, I got my night cut out for me. I guess cutting all those things off. I should cut 45s on those probably. I have to think about that. Just I guess I could have made that a little bit shorter too. I cut that out and put a 45 on there would be nicer. I got all them things painted. I guess I should have gotten a little closer before I thought it. But see, before I was working down there, didn't even think there was a problem with that. I guess if you're gonna hit this first before you hit that. Leave a comment down there where you think it's all right the length it is, or whether I should cut a 45 on it. I know I got to go cut all these things off 2 inches. So that's next on the drawing board. I can take you up. If I could do shorts, stop working. I like the shorts a lot because I could do a short showing you. Here's where I'm going to cut all these brackets off. I don't even know where I put them all. There's 30 of them, I guess, all together. Here's what it looks like. So I got to cut 2 inches off of it right here. It looks like it'd be plenty short enough. That's got more than 2 inches. That's 2.5 inches probably there. Well, between the, I don't know if I got a tape down here or not. I don't think I got a tape. I think it's 2.5 inches to the bolt. I guess I got cut it off that close. Maybe cut 2.5 inches off. I got my some of my empty racks up here. I've been working out here too, cleaning up out here, doing a lot of cleanup because the weather's just getting away from me, or the grass is getting away from me because the weather's getting away from me. We'll take one of these things. I got to start spraying stuff. I usually spray a lot of defoliant. It's easier than weed whipping. Let's see. Yeah, I cut 2.5 inches off of them. Probably be best just cut it off, then it won't be sticking out another half inch. Another half inch probably wouldn't make any difference, but the reason I have this lines up perfectly with that, so I can put a scraper in there. On the back one I'll have to put a scraper on. I want to put scrapers on there. So anyhow, that was another thing. You can't, I guess you can see that wheel's a little, see how it's shiny in area. See the bee right there? There was, right, I hit it, there's a bee's nest in there. Where'd that guy go? Man, I started banging on this stuff and there all sorts of bees came in there. You can see another one. There, I got him. This thing knocks him down pretty quick. Oh man. I hit it all the way up here on this. Next thing I knew, there were a bunch of, those are not the carpenter bumblebees, those are another kind of bumblebee. I must have killed, I don't know, I probably killed a dozen or so already. Hate to do it, but you can't live. There's a wasp. See how good this is at the wasp. Oh, missed him. Just made him mad is all I did. I can hear the bees all over this place. I'm sure they're up there digging in the rafters, something fierce. Anyhow, I'm gonna call it a wrap. Oh, deer up there looking at me. I don't know if you can see him all the way out there in the field. There's usually a bunch in the apple trees, but anyhow, a little frustrated with having to cut those brackets off. Man, I got them all painted up pretty nice and shiny, even the ends. The reason I'm painting them so much instead of leaving them bare steel is because the oak, number one, they won't rust as much. Number one, they won't rust as much. Same with these. But if you got the bare steel and that sawdust from the oak gets sitting on it, then it'll just screw things up even faster because the oak and the metal have a reaction. What else? Oh, I cleaned out all this back here. You can't really tell because I've already filled it up. But it's 100 times cleaner than it was. Looking for that stupid half-inch tap for the cut the pipe threads, or put the oil thing in, the oil fill thing. So that's what I'm working on in between cutting grass. Like I said, tomorrow I'll probably be into grass for 3 or so hours. I might have to work in the garden, till some of that garden up and stuff like that. The wife has got just goofy long lists of doing stuff, and some of it I'm doing, and finally I just put my foot down and said I'm going to go work on the sawmill. So she's not talking to me right now. So that's just the way it is. So, anyhow, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is going on tonight, and appreciate you stopping by and putting up with not putting shows on. Bye-bye.